Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking in more detail at the different combat models, aren't we, of the German helmet? Yeah, we done our first ever video was about the three basic models, wasn't it? So I think we're going to go a little bit deeper today about the different patterns of helmet and liners. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are the basic models again, Alex, for us, just so we can start off?
So M35, M40, and the M42.
Okay, yeah. So they're your three basic models of German combat helmet. Okay. So let's start off with your basic M35. Yeah, early production would have been an apple green. Yeah, they've got an apple green paint. This one in front of us is probably like about, I would say about 1939 production, and so the paint was just slightly greener. The one on the left hand side that I'm talking about, the M35, we'll pick it up in a minute, is slightly a darker greener than some of the other ones. Okay, now that most M35s would have been produced with two decals, but at the end of production run in 1940, when they brought out the model 1940 helmet, they still obviously producing some M35s, and so you do get single decal M35s, okay? But they were at the end of production run, yeah? So most M35 helmets are in Luftwaffe. We're just going to talk about the main services here today. I'm not going to go into SS or police or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about the Army, the Kriegsmarine and Luftwaffe, yeah?
Yeah.
So their helmets would have all been double decker, yeah? And you can see there, obviously, so that on the left hand side you've got a Army one. On the right hand side, the front here, you can point to us. We've got a Luftwaffe M35 helmet. They're both finished in what they call parade finish. Yeah, the Luftwaffe one has a little bit of later overpaint, but you can still see the parade finish. It was quite shiny. Yeah. So if you can pick up the Army M35 helmet, let's have a look at the decal first of all, Alex.
Yeah. Right. So there we go.
Yeah, let's bring it over. There we go. And you can see the lovely paint. There's lovely paint on that, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice Army decal. Yeah. Now turn it round for us, Alex. Now on the other side there would have been a national shield. You can see where it was, but obviously during the war a lot of these were, as this one was, taken off, yeah, or painted over. Now another thing to look at while we're looking at M35s, what it's got in his hand, is if we look at the actual, if we look here at the vent, this is a separate item. These were not moulded in. On the later models, the M40 and the M42s, these were moulded. They're not on these, they're separate, yeah. Okay, right, let me take it off, Alex, for a second. Right, so now, basically, let's have a look at what else we can see here. The differences, right? So, let's have a look inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, in here, we've got a rolled edge. Yeah. Both the M35 and M40 helmets, yeah, had a rolled edge to them, didn't they? Yeah.
You can see around here.
Yeah, you can see there, can't we? Yeah. Okay. Also, so the liner band system.
Yeah.
On M35 helmets was aluminium. Yeah. Now the first liner system that we haven't got here, yeah, unfortunately, is just a single band aluminium band. Now they replaced that fairly quick because when the soldiers were hanging the helmets off the belts, that aluminium band snapped a lot. So this is what they call a reinforced aluminium band, and you see here you've got this extra. I don't know if I can see it on the camera. You've got this extra line here, yeah.
Yeah.
So they reinforced the bands because they could snap the other aluminium ones, yeah. So most early M35 helmets will have aluminium bands and reinforced aluminium bands as well. Yeah, so okay, we can see that there. This is a nice early line on this. Also, so I don't know if we're better to see if I can look at it there. I'll move that out of the way. Can you see the lot number there, Alex?
That is.
Oh, sorry, the manufacturer's code. Sorry. So.
Or E something.
Yes, EF68. So just here on all German helmets, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say on M35s and M40s, M42s it can be at the back, but on M35s and M40s you'll always have the manufacturer's code here and size of the helmet. So this is a size 68 helmet, and the manufacturer's EF. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now on the back here, let's have a look here. I don't know if we can see it very well. Yeah, can you see it, Alex?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, you can see the lot number there.
Yeah, it's 20401.
That's just a heat lot number, basically. So when they were making the metal, they know with that heat lot number, obviously, when they're making the helmets, yeah?
Yeah.
If there's a problem with a lot of helmets, then they just have to scrap the lot. Or sometimes they made them into beaded helmets for civilian use, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay? Right, let's have a look at the chin strap on this one. So, actually, let's have a look at the look. So, another thing, actually, you notice, so on... Yeah, so I'll bring it down a bit more, don't I? So on M35 helmets with the aluminium reinforced liners, yeah, these here, yeah, the buckles, this is called, hold the chin strap on, are like these square ones. Can you see that?
Yeah, you can see it's square.
You can see that square, yeah. Now this chin strap is a later chin strap. It's not one that would come with the helmet. yeah?
Yeah.
So it's got a steel buckle on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, the original M35 helmets would have had a aluminium buckle, yeah? So let's put that down. So remember, if we're looking at this, right? So when we're looking at M35 helmets, yeah? Rolled edge, the vent is separate to the helmet, yeah? Made separately, yeah? Okay. Double decal, most of the time. Aluminium liner bands, yeah? Of the single one, which is very early, or the double, or the reinforced one we call it, yeah? For most of them. And then also the chin straps, they would have an alloy buckle on them, not a steel one, okay? So let's have a look at the Luftwaffe one we've got here, because at least we can see. So on this one, I'll bring it up, there we go. You can't really see, you can just about make out the Luftwaffe decal, can't you? Yeah? Just about make it out, yeah? And you can see the shield on this one nicely, can't you? Yeah. So that's the national colour shield. That would be on. So that's double decker, as you can see. Now on this one's quite nice. Hold on. Can you see there? You've still got the original alloy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and buckle. Yeah, and this is quite. Some of the Luftwaffe ones, their chin straps, the early ones were brown. Yeah, this chin strap's dated 1938. I don't think we can see that. Oh no, you're not going to see that. No. Right. Okay. But yeah, so that chin strap's dated 1938. It's quite nice. Again, so. Can we see it there? Let's hold. Can you? Oh, sorry, knocking the camera. Can you see it's got ET62?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Only a little bit though.
Yeah. It's difficult to see, isn't it? So again, here's your manufacturer's mark E2 ET. Sorry, and the size of the helmet is 62. So it's a very small size. This. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, your lot number at the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So M35 helmets, aluminium bands. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got that now. Double decal. Yeah. Vents obviously. Are not part of the helmet, they're put on later, yeah? Okay. Well, I think that's enough about M35s, don't you?
Yeah.
Let's put this one out of the way.
Yep.
Right, we've got two M40s here. We'll leave this M35 just for the moment, yeah? Right, so, now, M40 helmets are exactly the same. Let's bring one up. Right, so again, we've got, let's bring it, here we go. Right, there we go. Nice, this is a nice single decal army one, isn't it? Yeah. So M40 helmets, yeah, to start with, let's actually just put that down. Let's talk about them. I'll start actually getting that up there because it was difficult for me to talk and hold at the same time and show you.
Yeah.
So when they know what you're doing from M35s to M40s, yeah, they just made basically they tried to make the production a bit more simple. So they changed the vent system, didn't they? Yeah. So now the vents even though this looks like an M35 vent, it's not. It's actually moulded. The vents are now moulded as part of the helmet. Yeah. So these two M40s, the vents are moulded as part of the helmet. Okay. The M35 one here is obviously not, yeah?
Yeah.
Still got a rolled edge though,
yeah?
And now the aluminium bands are now starting to get phased out, and now they're putting in steel bands, okay?
Yeah.
They're steel band for the liner this is, and we should have said what the liner system is. What model liner system is it to start with?
Oh.
M31. So the liner system itself is called an M31 liner system. I should have started that with the M35 helmets actually, yeah?
Yeah.
So with the M40 helmet, you now get into steel liner bands, yeah? And these were coated in zinc so they didn't rust, basically. Now, you obviously can they were still using aluminium liner bands up until 1943, they were still using them. But most M40 helmets you'll find will have a steel liner band in it, yeah? Okay. They did, so with the M40 helmet, most of them would have been single decal. But when we go on to Q, we've got, this is a Q helmet actually here, Quest or Quist, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Now they never actually went in to making M42 helmets. They carried on making M40 helmets.
Yeah.
Well, up to the end basically. Yeah. They just decided not to make them. Now, so with these Q ones, yeah, you can get them with no decals on all because they're late war ones produced with no decals. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with the lot numbering system on this, we've spoken about that bar and ice research before, haven't we? It's very important if you're collecting German helmets to get his research. Because from that, it will give you an idea whether your helmet's supposed to have a decal or not. Yeah. So all early war, early to mid-war, M40 helmets would have been single decal. Yeah. Okay. Right. So let's have a look at it now. So here we are. Yeah. So your classic German Army.
Yeah.
M40 single decal helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
The vent itself, even though it looks, I mean, this is a make of SE. This is, and SE helmets always. I like SE helmets because the vents almost look like M35 vents, don't they?
Yeah.
It's not. It is obviously actually moulded as part of the helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So, and you can see. Hold on. Let me turn it around for you. No decal on the other side, yeah? Well, let's have a look on the inside of this one. I don't think we're going to, because this is what they call, this one's been overpainted during the warp at some point, obviously. You know, that's quite often that happened. We won't be able to see the lot numbers. You can just about make out a lot number there. The lot number's still here. The manufacturer's code is SE64, which I don't think you can see on the camera. Yeah?
Yep.
So at the moment, the code's still here. The lot numbers are at the back, yeah? Nice liner. So now you can see it's got a single band steel liner in here, zinc coated, yeah? Now let's have a look at the buckles again. These bits here, look, you see they're no longer that square, they're sort of rounded off the edges now, yeah? They're made of steel obviously, but they're rounded off at the edges, yeah? And this actually got an earlier chin strap on it, you can see it's got an alloy buckle on that, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, nice liner on that, still got its original cord, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's your standard. Now another thing I'll talk about as well actually is important if we can see it. Can you see that on that thing? See these little pins here?
Yeah.
Yeah, they hold the lever itself onto suspension system for the liner band itself. Yeah.
Right.
Now, with those, just be careful. They should be made out of aluminium or steel. Yeah. If you ever come across any that are made from brass, that's more than likely post-war Norwegian reissue. Because the Norwegians, when they used the German helmets post-war, a lot of times they'll use the original leather still, but they refurbish the helmets and put them little ribs put new ones in. They were always made from brass, yeah. So if you see brass ones in, they'll be very wary, because it's more than likely a Norwegian reissue, yeah. And also they used to dye the liners a bit darker, but obviously as you can see, the liners they can be quite dark anyway, just from wear and use.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just be very careful of the Norwegian ones, yeah. You know, as long as you're buying it as that, it doesn't matter. But if someone's son that's completely untouched in World War II, that's not right, is it?
Yeah.
So this is a Q mark one, or I can't pronounce it, like Quist or Quest, I don't know. So I'm sure someone will tell us. Anyway, so here we go. Now that's your more standard vent you find in M40s. Yeah. You can see that's moulded, can't you? I wanted to show the SE one because some people do get confused sometimes and think that might be an M35 still.
Yeah.
Okay, nice lift off a decal there. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Again, still the single decal. Yeah.
Yeah.
So look for the side here. Well, yeah, I think you can see the Q quite well. Q64.
Yeah.
So the size 64 shows a medium size shell, isn't it, Alex? Yeah. So that and you can see the size of the line there. It's a size 57. This one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, your lot number at the back, which is very difficult to read on this one. Yeah. But yeah, and again, steel band. So M40 helmet, steel band. Yeah. Steel liner band. Yeah. And obviously here, you can see here again rounded. Obviously not square like the aluminium ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so M35, we've done M40, yeah? Let's move on to the M42. So in 1942, basically, they decided to simplify the production a lot easier, except for Q helmets. They didn't. They are actually the better, when you look at Q helmets, Quest ones, they are actually the better helmet. They're really well made, yeah? Each here not too bad, but I have noticed I've had some NS helmets, marked NS, and some of them can be a bit, how can I put it? The manufacturing process is not so good because NS, on one of their factories where they're making the helmets, use slave labour. So you do get them with like the vents are not quite in the right position. Even the holes on the liner are slightly out. Yeah. Also, when they've crimped it here, see an M40 helmet is like the M35, so we should mention that, be crimped over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still crimped at the moment. Yeah. Now that's been done very neatly, hasn't it? Yeah. And most German helmets you find that, except for I found that some of the NS ones have in the past, they're not. They're quite bad. They're quite rough. Yeah. So anyway, right. Let's move on to the M42. Yeah.
Yeah.
So move that M40 out of the way. So the M42. Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice helmet, isn't it?
Yeah. Really lovely.
So what can you see straight away there, Alex? So one, it's a single decal, isn't it? This is nice.
Yeah.
So let's put it down and start off again, actually, because I always start from the beginning. So M42 helmets, at the start when they first produced, we're still making them a single decal, yeah, M42. In 1943, they dropped the decal, yeah? I think it's about August 1940, something like that. We don't know exactly, but in 1943, they started dropping all the decals, except for police ones, but, you know, we're talking about Army, Luftwaffe and Kriegsmarine here, yeah?
Yeah.
So in 1940, they dropped, so early M42 helmets will still be single decal, yeah?
Yeah.
They didn't make Army, Kriegsmarine or Luftwaffe ones double decal Yeah, in M42s especially. So
Yeah.
if you've got a M42 helmet and it's a double decker Kriegsmarine, Army or Luftwaffe, I'd be very suspicious. Now if it's a police one, quite acceptable. Yeah, they still carry putting all the decals on all the way to the end, but just be careful of that. So this is an early one. It's got a decal, isn't it? Yeah. So this would have been made in between, obviously, 1942 to to about August 1943 when they started dropping the decals. Yeah. So let's have a look at it. Yeah. So a bit nice eagle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously moulded vents. So they've still now got the moulded vent. Yeah. Now obviously the main difference between these and the M40 and the M35 is now this. Yeah.
Yeah. The edge is rolled.
It's not rolled. It's called a war edge. Yeah.
War edge, yeah.
It's just left as it is. Again, single decal. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a nice helmet, this one, because it's just how you want to find them, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I've got to bring it over. Sorry, now I see that, Alice. I'm just trying to get it so much. But and manufacturer's mark. Now this is unusual. On early M42s, the manufacturer's mark is still here. Yeah.
Yeah.
On later M42s, the manufacturer mark moves to the back here, and normally it's above the lot number. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first production ones in M42s, they still had it here. Yeah. Later on, here, above the lot number.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can see the edge cut. Yeah. Yeah. Steel buckle as it should be on an M42 helmet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, the single liner band steel one coated in zinc. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of times you'll get dome stamps in these as well. Yeah, from when they manufacture them.
Yeah.
Have a little stamp in there, the company name. Okay. This is very nice, isn't it? I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with all these with helmets we're looking at here. Yeah. So these are, your basic models. Your M35. Yeah. Rolled edge. Double decal. Yeah. Vents are.
Yeah. Wait, which one are we talking about?
M35. Yeah.
They're not moulded.
They're not moulded, not part of it. Yeah, separate item.
Yeah, separate.
M40, rolled edge, moulded vents. Yeah. Mostly single decal, except for the late war ones, then became no decal. Yeah. M42 started off with single decals, didn't they? Yeah, but after about August 43, they stopped producing with decals and they became non decals. Also, for that reason as well, with these helmets, with the M42 helmets, then they could be issued not just to the army. If you're producing like all these helmets of different colours for different services, yeah, the SS, the army, Kriegsmarine, etc. Yeah, it's a job, okay. So like if you produce a helmet with no decals on, it can now be issued to all them services, can't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's more of a universal helmet that way, isn't it? Yeah. Because obviously it's easier for like getting helmets to front line. You haven't got to like send the army helmets this way, SS ones this way, have you? You just send helmets to front line. Yeah. Does that make sense? It's just a way of shortening production, basically. Not shortening, sorry, make production a bit easier. Yeah. As the war went on, and also with these decals, obviously they're quite bright. It doesn't help the camouflage, does it? Having a silver decal on the edge, yeah. Okay, well I think that's it for today, don't you? Is there anything else you'd like to say, Alex?
Before you go, remember to like, subscribe, and if you want to get anything close from our collection, just ask in the comments below. We'll have a look.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.